So it is October 18th. In the little thumbnail picture thing there, you'll see that I have a bag from Gold Bay and a jar from Stewed Easy, his pay dirt. Caitlin came and opened it up. I'm not going to pan that out because she's really excited to pan that out. But I'm going to talk about some things, what I've been doing, where I've been, and what I've been so busy with. So, and also why there's just a stack of that. You don't actually see all the other stuff. I laid out a bunch of random nonsense, but I'll just have to hold that up. This is one of my favorites. Look at this guy. Okay. So, in the last couple of weeks, I have been reaching out to different people, different companies, different artists, and just tried to get permission to put their products in the mystery box product line that I have. So at this point, I have permission from the Wolf over on YouTube to put a piece of his silver in there. And I'm going to put his Star Trek Millennium Falcon piece. It's hand poured silver. I want to put that in there. And he said that, let's say you don't want that, he can make anything on his website out of any out of silver, and I'm pretty sure probably out of most metals that he's able to do that with. So if you want something else, like let's say you were to pull that item out of the mystery box and you want something else from him, we could do something like that. I also have permission from Dave at Gold Bay to put like his gold nuggets and his like pay dirt and his product line in the mystery box as well. And so that was pretty exciting for me. I also have permission from him and I believe the Wolf as well, both of them, to just talk about their products on this page. And that's kind of important to me to have permission and to not feel imposing on them as companies or artists. So that's that. In the description, you will see a video that is done by a YouTuber named Meet Kevin. And if you guys don't know what he is about, he does a lot of financial stuff and everything. And he'll make it very clear that he's not a financial advisor, but a lot of stuff he says is very important to everybody. And you should probably... So that video is pretty much just all about how the working class is not rewarded for being the working class. Now, he uses the terms rich and poor a lot in your head when you watch that video, because I'm really, really hoping you go and watch that video. It will help explain a lot of the mentality. Look at this guy. Look how mad he is. What do you got? What do you see up there? Yeah. It will really explain a lot of the background stuff to this channel if you listen to the things that he says on how, and I don't want to use the terms rich and poor, even though I'll always call myself a poor person because I am a poor person. When you hear him say rich people do this, poor people do this, try to rewrite it in your head as uninformed or informed. So a perfect example is halfway through he says poor people have hobbies and rich people have businesses. Well, if you can figure out a way to turn your hobby into a business, it's not so much a matter of being rich or poor, it's a matter of being informed and educated and doing the right things for yourself to gain while you enjoy your time. So I highly suggest you check out that link, go look at that video, and take notes. Don't watch it just once. Watch it a couple times. I know I will be. I've already actually watched it once all the way through, but watch it a couple times and see what you can do for yourself. Like from right away, from taking away from that, I started looking into R&D R&D grants and development loans because and tax credits. Like, so that's why I have up there these two different pay dirts. So I want to educate myself into figuring out how much would one person have to go and change this pay dirt to actually have an actual design change. What needs to be done between this pay dirt, and a third pay dirt to make it a development change, to where you could write off that development change and that design for a tax credit. And that's kind of where I've been the last couple of months. That and talking with lawyers, which is not fun. So is trying to find other ways to optimize my time while doing that. I actually think, from what I've found, this individual might be able to, if he were to go and research, what's going on, because I'm pretty sure this pay dirt has some things in it that aren't really in other pay dirts. So I would almost think that he would be able to get a tax credit from that, from developing his own design of pay dirt and selling it, as long as he was doing the legal processes that would need to happen to be a company in doing that within his state. So always remember, you need to be informed on the laws of your local area and your rights. So that's where I've been. And I'm probably going to be coming back to that instance, because I really do think that individual, I'm going to be reaching out to him and talking to him about if he's looked into that, if he thinks it's something that he wants to look into further, and if he's in a place to do that, because that's pretty cool. And that's actually something that I'm going to be doing later on anyways, is my own line of pay dirt. So here we are. We're almost at November, and this is an empty bag of pay dirt. This was less than spot, 3 pounds. I added another gram to it. I panned it out. I got all excited because yesterday morning, I was watching all of these stacking Premiere videos, and I'm panning out my gold, and I'm all excited, and I've got, easily 3 grams right there, just drying out, and I'll go back to it later because it's been such a long morning. And I leave it to dry out, and I come back, and I see that, and wake up the next day, I see that Nigel has actually dumped my gold all over the carpet. And, it would be one thing if we had hardwood floors or something, but no, we have carpet. So, yeah, you're not going to hear this very often coming from me, but I was very mad at my cat. I was very mad at him. And he's just misbehaving pretty bad right now, actually. But here we are. So I will get more gold to give away next month to the members. That being said, we have reached 10 members, so I'm going to have to reach out to the Wolf and get members cards created, which is pretty exciting for me. My mom listened to me complain about wanting to get them made enough to where she bought my brother's memberships. So you got to love being from the East Coast and being a mama's boy. I don't really know what to say. I'm pretty sure most of my members and most of my subscribers right now are on the East Coast. So I think you know what I'm talking about. It's an unfortunate truth that we live with. And yeah, one of the bests. So where are we? What does November mean? What is that going to be? And why did these 10 people choose to become members? So instead of having a PayPal to help sponsor my channel, I have a members program. And once a month, I give away a half a gram of gold. Once a year, for 1 month, I give away an accumulation of the things that I either didn't want to sell on my website, didn't have time to sell on the website, or thought were too good to sell on the website. Or for instance, there's some things that I really wanted to sell but were incomplete pieces, or I couldn't test. So like all these video games, I can test these, but when it comes to like this guy right here, I don't know if any of you guys know what this is, but this is a tactical walkie-talkie. I can't test this. And so I don't really, it's a Falcon 3. Go ahead and look this up, because when I looked this up, I thought to myself, I wish I could test this, but I can't. So I'm going to give it away. And I'm going to give it away to people who have decided to help support this channel by buying a membership. So come next month, there's going to be things like the Falcon 3. This really, I don't know, I almost didn't show this because I kind of want this. I know, I say that about everything. It's an inner hoarder thing, and that's why there's also Members Month, is so I don't hoard all my stuff, all this not needed stuff. Right now, I think I have 3 or 4 vintage alarm clocks, this being one of them. Who's using an alarm clock right now? Raise your hand. I don't know. But this alarm clock is also worth a good bit of money. And I thought to myself, you know, I can sell this easily, but I want to give it away. So along with, you know, we saw this awesome guy before, Money Hungry Piggy Bank. There's things like him, hunks of petrified wood that quite literally are the size of piggy banks. Here, maybe this is better, because I know this individual knows how big this jar is, so he will know how big that piece of petrified wood is. Just kind of for proportion. And a lot of vintage stuff. A lot of vintage stuff that is, you know, a $10 bill, $20 bill. Like this original Viewmaster. I don't have any of the slides for it, though. This bit of silver-plated silverware and goblet. And then I have 2 Xbox 360s and an Xbox One that I'm going to be giving away next month to the members as a thank you for supporting me, supporting this channel, and just kind of bearing with all the randomness that's going on. And that's where we come into these games. So I'm not giving away the games singly. I'm giving them away in a package with the memberships or the Xboxes. So there's 2 Xboxes, Xbox 360s and 1 Xbox One. I haven't fully tested them. I'll probably go live within the next couple of days and do that, because I have no interest in testing electronics. I worked for a thrift store for a very long time, and that was my least favorite job. Everybody loved doing it, but me, I don't really know what they loved about it. I don't know if they were just not actually working. I don't know. Not my place to wonder on that. Oh, and this is another thing. It's a Fujika Single BP1. I have no way of testing this, but it's also worth money, and it's a collectible to people who enjoy these types of collectibles. So this will also be given away. There's a good number of pretty cool things that I didn't set up over here that are going to be given away that I'm pretty excited to give away as thank yous. And so yeah, like I said, there's been a lot going on, and we've been pretty busy, Caitlin and I, in our own different ways. So the other day, we decided that it was time to just kind of enjoy ourselves and get a win in, and just we won this pay dirt. That was a win, and it's been a good week. It was literally up until I woke up yesterday morning. It was a good week. It was just, I was about to brag about it, and I was going to go live. I was going to brag to you all. I was going to be like, yeah, let me talk to you about this chunky gold I got, and I'm going to give it away. And I was just going to brag up a storm for a good 15, 20 minutes. You know how I do. But I guess if the worst thing that can happen in your week is your cat knocks your gold on the ground, and I mean, it's still a good week, right? It depends on how you look at it. So anyways, we decided to go to Dave & Buster's. So we got our masks on and we went for it. And we went on a Wednesday. We did what would save the most money, which is still spending a lot of money, a lot more money than I would be happy to admit. But I'm sure if you go to their website, you can see it. You can see how much money we actually spent if you think about it. But we went to Dave & Buster's, and I've actually been really wanting to go to the coin pushers and do a coin pusher for a while. Colorado doesn't have them legal, and I haven't seemed to find a casino here that has them. I don't know if they're just not legal at all here to actually use money in the coin pushers. But I had an itch, a bad itch, more of an itch than trying to pick the gold off the carpet earlier. And so we went there and we played the Star Trek coin pushers. And when I first walked in, I saw this lady, and she was hunkered down. She was doing it. She was doing her thing, and she was just going. And she had her two, I'm assuming, daughters on either side of her, and they were just like, ticka, 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 ticka. And so we walked around and we scoped out the joint, and we applied the cards and everything. We had a good time. We played some skee ball, the whole arcade thing. But then we went back, and I saw that lady was gone, and I saw that she had a lot of cards on her coin pusher. And so I went there and I started playing. And as you will see from the video that I'll upload within a couple of days, I broke it. I broke it within maybe 10 minutes, not even. And we had to call the attendant. And then I got all hunkered down because he fixed it. He's like, yeah, you're good to go. And then I broke it again. And at this time, Caitlin had decided to leave me and go get a drink at the bar. And I told her, okay, I'll do this. I'm just going to play one more round. So you enjoy yourself. I'll play one more round. Well, I broke it. I got the attendant to come back. He fixed it again. And I started playing all before Caitlin came back. And then I broke it again. And so, and this is no joke. This is all on camera because, as you know, I do not leave my house without a body camera at this point. And Dave & Buster's allows you to videotape inside. So there will be a good bit of this footage there for you to see, and I will upload it and edit it as best as my abilities are, as you can see from the lawn mowing video. So yeah, I broke it 3 times. This isn't like 3 times within a long span of time. This is 3 times in a short amount of time, I believe. But in the time that the technician was going, and he was awesome. That technician was awesome. In the time that technician was fixing it, we went to the SpongeBob coin pusher. Now, I don't like that game. It seems boring. You can't change the angle. You can't really do much of anything. You just kind of hit a button and hope to get it in the door. And so, but Caitlin, and this is why you'll never hear us compete. You'll never hear me say, "Oh, I'm gonna go to the arcade and see if I can beat Caitlin in getting tickets." No, because Caitlin goes in, and within a few moments, she gets Pearl, which is the rarest of the SpongeBob cards. And within a short amount of time, by the time the guy has fixed the other coin pusher, she has almost a whole set, which equals 3,000 tickets. And I'm like, well, okay. She's like, but she goes, I don't want to do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. This is boring. I feel like I'm in a factory. And that's what I see from that. Hey, Billy, how you doing? That's what I see from that coin pusher is just a factory. You just sit there and push a button. You don't do anything. And like, that's pretty much all coin pushers, but that one's the most boring thing ever. But we play some other games. We play Jurassic Park. It's pretty intense. play some other things, and we come back, and she's like, "Oh, there's another card that I don't have." And she goes and she sees that there's she's only missing 2 cards from the set. So she does. She completes a set on her first time of playing this game in the arcade. And she didn't even want to play the game, to be completely honest. She just went, and I kept putting tokens in it because the dude gives us this huge pile of tokens because I loaded it up. I loaded it up to 174 plays, and it just stopped. And he's like, "Okay, well, I'm going to actually have to fix this. Here's a pile of chips, of tokens. Go play on this machine." Well, and that's what I didn't tell you, is the machine he told me to go play on wasn't actually taking the metal tokens. So that's why we went to the SpongeBob coin machine. So here we are. Caitlin's knocking out the tokens and winning and showing me how she's an all-star. And I'm over here like, okay, well, we'll get back to it. I almost completed a set. And my defense is there are more cards in the Star Trek set than in the SpongeBob set. That's my defense. But I want to show you this stack of cards that we've got here from the Star Trek set. Pretty awesome. And I'm just going to brag a little bit because that's what I do. These ones... Oh, hold on. I can probably brag and not be so simple. These ones are holographics. What? Oh. But yeah. So we spent a good bit of money. Caitlin got a lava lamp and some socks. Yep. And I got some Star Trek cards and a new little vice to keep going back to. So that's where I've been. That's where I'm at. If you're just joining me, I left a link in the description of a video that kind of helps explain why my channel is the way it is. And also, Billy, I was explaining a bunch of stuff. Dude, yeah, we had a blast. We actually really did have a blast. And she's like, well, I don't know. She did. She got all these tickets, and she had so much stuff. And I'm like, please do not use all the tickets. Get everything you want. Do not use your set, because no one's going to believe that you won a whole set in the first time of going unless you have the set. She's like, well, so we're going to frame it and keep it forever? I'm like, yup. And we're circling back to the hoarding mentality of let's keep this stuff that's worth nothing forever, right? But yeah, so also I want to throw out there, yeah, exactly. It's just hoarding for the sake of hoarding. I also want to throw out there is a contest going on for the 3 people who got prizes or packages sent out to them in the beginning of the month. Make a video on the paper, the wrapping that your stuff was sent to you. And the winners are going to be chosen from their comments and their subscribers, how many people they have interacting on that video. And they're going to choose who picks what piece of ore they get. I'm going to lay out 3 pieces of ore. The first person will pick, and then it will go down to the third. So if you want to participate in that contest, go for it. Also, I'm going to be closing up the silver round contest. I think I might try to do that on the 31st, just so we can enjoy Halloween as well. And that's a comment picker contest. So I'll be picking from the vest. If you want to send someone over here, have them leave a comment on that video, and you'll be up for a chance to win a silver round. There was a few other things I wanted to shout out, but I think I missed it. I complained about Nigel. I want to thank again the Wolf and David at Gold Bay for allowing me to put their stuff up for grabs in a mystery box competition. I bragged a lot about the arcade, and talked about how people are going to get a chance to win some pretty intense, weird things. Tomorrow I'm going to go live and I'm going to put together, I think, 10 mystery boxes of stuffed animals that will be listed on the site for sale. I want to go live so you can see what's in them and what you could possibly win, so nobody really thinks that there's anything going on. And also, I fully expect none of my subscribers to be interested in stuffed animal mystery boxes. I just can't keep thinking about stuffed animals. They're all over my house. They're in my storage unit. They're in my dreams. I'm done with them. Hey, BK, thanks for joining us, man. So tomorrow morning, I'll be going live as well and making some mystery boxes, but showing you guys what's going in each of the boxes. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you just joined us, go ahead and like rewind a bit back and check some stuff out. I don't know. Would you all prefer me to go a little bit later in the day? Am I going too early? And hey, I understand you guys. The most of the reason I just go live is because it's kind of spur of the moment when I'm not tired and I'm not working myself. So please don't ever feel sorry for missing anything. Just catch up so you know what's going on. So you're not missing any contests and you're not missing any giveaways, because that's pretty much what's going on here is me trying new hobbies, trying new businesses, and keeping you guys informed along the way so you can try new things as well. So I'm taking that as I'm slacking too much there, Billy, and I need to be more active, huh? Oh, okay. And I understand that too, BK. Like I said, I have not been as active because we've got a lot of things that we did not plan for going on in Nigel's home that kind of threw us through some loops. So we're digging our ways out of a hole as well, a couple different holes. But best wishes and prayers to you, man. I think that with my channel, a lot of people aren't notified the way they're supposed to, because when I first actually made this channel, and this is a thanks again to Partridge Family Prospecting, when I first made this channel, I had the settings wrong. So it was made for kids, and it took me a while to realize like that was it and how to fix it. So if you're unable to actually get the bell notification, I suggest unsubscribing and then resubscribing, and then you should be able to. And maybe YouTube's just telling you shouldn't be watching my stuff because it's too boring. Maybe it's trying to give you a heads up, Billy. Trying to redirect you to more entertaining things. All right, you guys. I'm going to sign off, and I will hop back on probably around the same time tomorrow. But it's just going to be me putting stuffed animals in boxes. So don't feel like you're missing anything if you miss it. Stay safe, stay happy, and stay informed about everything you can. That applies.